Hi everyone, let's talk about the Chanel price rise. I've had a lot of you asking me what I think about it, and I really want to talk about what I think, why I think they're doing this, because this is more than just putting up prices. This is in my opinion, I think this is a bigger thing. What I think about it, am I going to keep buying? How do I feel about the brand now? Chanel are a brand that I have always loved. I feel as though their price rises are potentially backfiring in certain cases, and I'm going to talk about all of that. I also have something very interesting I want to show you in relation to this backfiring effect, and I've got evidence of it, actual evidence to show you, so I will go through that as we go. I thought I would dress today in sort of Chanel style vibes, and in this video I have 9 different brand new outfits that I'm going to show you. I will link to everything below. None of the links are affiliate, by the way. I don't profit from any of you clicking on links or buying anything, so click away, shop away. I don't profit from that at all. The great thing about this is everything is Chanel vibes. That's why I thought I would add it into this video, kind of make it feel quite seamless, but all of the clothes are very Chanel inspired and they are not expensive. I'm going to actually type the prices of everything individually in the description box below so that you don't even have to click a link to see how much something is. And I think you'll find you can shop this stuff globally as well. It's not just a UK thing. And I think you will find that you might be quite surprised at how much things are. And the quality, I will always be honest with you about quality and what I think of the quality of things. And the reason why I'm showing this stuff is because the quality is excellent for the prices of things in particular. Absolutely excellent. I've got some fantastic Chanel bag dupes. I actually have 2. I've got a cream version and this, which is metallic. This is gorgeous. This is black, but it's got metallic gold, metallic pink, blue, gold hardware chain. On the inside, both of these bags are the same, and they are both like a Chanel classic flap in the small size, only it doesn't have all the flaps going on. It's one open section. I prefer this. You will fit more stuff in it than you will an actual classic flap that has all of the extra bits. And if I just give you a quick size comparison, so this is a size small. No, actually, this is a older size medium classic flap, and that is the difference there. And the cream version I've just shown you is the same size as this, and it fits your phone. It will fit your phone perfectly, and pretty much most of the things you might carry around. So if you are into Chanel but you don't want to spend the money on bags, which we're going to talk about now, you can get a lot of bag for your money with these. Oh, I was also going to compare it to an actual Chanel tweed. This is in the medium size, so it's a bit bigger. But yeah, there is a tweed bag just to compare for you. Also, really quickly, you know the Dior hat that looks like this, and it's got the netting. See the netting on the top of it? That's £700 or £800, and it's quite hard to get. And I know a lot of you liked this hat last time I showed you it. Well, check this out. From the same place as the bags and the clothes, I found the same hat. It's a dupe. It's got the netting over the top of it. I will try this on in this video to show you how it looks. I have actually been wearing my hat more because a lot of you said you liked it and that I should wear it more, and I have been wearing it, and I do actually like it. So yeah, there's a couple of options there for more affordable designer inspired things. Okay, so background. Chanel, what will have been last week, could be the week before, I think it was last week now, they had a price increase, and I feel as though their price rises have been ramping up ever since COVID. They've always had price increases, but in 2020, I don't know what went on, but in 2020, in the middle of lockdown, in what must have been April, do you remember Chanel had a price increase, and it was a steep one. Then they had a second one in November of that year, and when you collectively added up the percentage increases, I think from memory it came to about 30% across selected pieces. And it was massive. You know, it was like a huge price increase. And then all of that continued through 2021 up until 2022, when we had the price increases that we did. And I have them on my phone. And if we look at the Jumbo, which is a bag, which in my opinion, again, I will always tell you my truth, that bag is not worth £9,000. If you want a jumbo, and I'm going to come onto it in 1 second, but consider pre-loved, you can actually find nearly new Chanel bags now for 50% off. Sometimes a bit more, and I've got actual examples that I'm gonna show you in 1 second. But if we have a look at these price rises, so the jumbo in the UK had a price rise of 13.5%, taking it to in the £9,000 mark. The size small has had a price increase in the UK of 15.4%. That is an increase of about £1,090 on top of how much the bag actually was in the first place. In the US, that percentage is 17% increase, which is $1,400. And in Europe, that price increase has been a smaller 10%. So the new price for the small size classic flap is now £8,180. In dollars, it is $9,600, and in euros, it is 9,300 euros. Whilst I think it's chic and very timeless, it's not worth these new prices. No. So what do I think? Okay, so if you ask me, I personally think these price increases are more than just price rises. They are strategic. They're at a marketing level. They're at a brand level. I feel like they're going after the elite. And I personally have always felt as though the decision is to become more exclusive. Harder to get, harder to attain, and more exclusive. I don't own any Hermes bags, but I have a friend who does have them, and she's let me like get up close and personal with them, and I cannot deny the craftsmanship of the leather, the craftsmanship of the stitching and the attention to detail, the way things line up, etc. Everything is pristine. Whereas, you know, I have shown you before where I've unboxed things from Chanel. I don't know how many of you remember a few years ago there was this, which is like a little silver zippy case. And I unboxed it. And when I unboxed it, I was like, oh my God, it looks awful. And I almost didn't show it because I thought, oh, I don't really want to show you something that's not really worth it. But then I thought, well, I'm just going to show you it anyway, just because that's what happened. I bought it and it looked the way it did, and I did get my money back. I did return it. And turned out that actually returning it was pretty easy because I bought it over the phone, so they couldn't say to me, well, you saw it in the store and you bought it like that. I bought it over the phone, so I hadn't seen it. Now let's talk about this evidence, and then I'm going to tell you what I think. Okay, so the evidence is, if you go and have a look pre-loved for me is a really good telltale sign of how a brand is performing. But have a look at some of these prices, and I'm not talking about the prices people list things for on Vestiaire Collective, I'm talking about what they actually sell for. There are Chanel bags going for in the region of the 2,000s, 3,000s and 4,000s. And if you have a look at jumbos in particular, if you're interested in a jumbo, you can pick those up for between £4,500 and £5,000. That's nearly 50% off. And I've shown you a few examples here of some bags I found which I think are really well priced and very telling of how the secondhand market has actually come down a lot. So what do I think, and will I be buying any more? There are so many brands out there now that are coming out with bags that are filling that gap between 4K and under. You know, I've spoken about Fendi before, I've spoken about Prada before, even Louis Vuitton, even Dior. They've all got bags that fill that niche. So personally for me, the way I feel, I don't think the classic flaps are worth their money anymore. I do believe that they're still time investments, so you can continue wearing them in 20 years time, hand them down in your family. The things that I will probably continue to purchase from Chanel though are their seasonal bags that are not necessarily very big, but they're seasonal and they're around about £4,000. Some of their bags I love, like the heart-shaped bag, which is just behind you actually. The heart-shaped bag was one that was around about £4,000, and I felt that that was a good price for Chanel. I hope that you have enjoyed this video and enjoyed the outfits and enjoyed some of the dupes and things like that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.